And that will happen just right now. I will do that in a little bit, when I do my minutes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the keyboard is a little loud, but I'm telling you, this is making this a lot easier for me.
Oh, it's got to.
We'll see about getting a quieter keyboard.
Okay, we haven't got it.
See, that's, see, that's everything on the
Huh?
agenda, isn't it?
That's it.
As far as I know, that's it.
Okay.
You know, on that, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say with that Senate bill, senior bill, I think we need to have a meeting with Rick and Scott
Yep.
before we go any further on deciding.
They're the ones gonna be administering it,
If,
so.
yeah, and if anyone would like to be part of the meeting.
I think it would be wise, because, I mean, she's the one who's
She's
been to
been
the
to a lot of
trainings, and
meetings.
she's seen what others have implemented and stuff already. I think it'd be smart to have her.
Of course, yeah.
Well, personally, if we can make it short like that, that'd be the easiest way to do it.
For the Senate, or the senior bill? Yeah. For everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest thing for us.
There's no direction on how to admin it. I think that's what threw everybody off. Wasn't
Okay, let's see, that's next Friday. Oh, God.
The all township meeting we're having that Thursday,
Yes, sir.
are we gonna have the meeting Thursday morning as well? Okay, I figured it was, but I thought I better find out.
Yep.
I hate to miss one.
I also already had township books printed at Atkins, so we can give every township and special road district a new book.
Like the
So,
green ones?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think I got 30 of those printed up out there. So.
I know there's gonna come a question that's gonna come up when we have that meeting.
The township meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's wanting to know, the CART money is what, I think Rick said it was 38%.
38, I think is what
38,
it was,
is that what it
yeah.
is? The townships are wanting to know the other remaining amount of money. Where's that going to? And what's it being used for? I've been asked that 10 or 15 times.
That goes to road and bridge. And then that's how they operate, just like in building bridges. I mean, you can't do it with.
So road and bridge gets
Equipment, yeah.
the remaining
That's
percentage?
how they buy their equipment, that's how they do everything. And that's where you want the budget. It's important.
It's
whenever
spelled
you're
out in
doing something.
statute how it can be used.
Yeah.
So when we say road and bridge,
Wow.
that's equipment, that's maintaining the roads. They can't use it for paying employees. I mean, it's spelled out in statute how
Yeah.
that money has to be used.
Federal.
Because I know that's gonna come up, because like I said, I've been asked at least 5 or 6 times. They're wanting to know why it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Because, like I said,
Well, they
when I got
never
in,
went
it was
down.
51%.
I don't
is
remember
what
the
we
last
got.
time that it's
Right.
that it's changed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we had the latest, we hadn't
I
changed
honestly don't
it.
remember when it changed
No,
the last.
I really don't
I'll
either.
have to look.
I didn't think we'd change that. in a long time.
That I don't know. I just remember what it was years ago,
I
and
guess-
then it's changed to that. The other question I was asked is the brush cutting. The brush cutting,
Okay.
we didn't have that. That's not on that contract for the cart money.
Oh, I thought
But-
it was. Oh,
How many hours
oh,
they're getting? Because I know they cut the hours in half
Well,
a couple
see-
years ago.
Yeah. That's some of the things there that they got. And they thought they got it cut back for them. That's the way I understood it, but
I know that's gonna be a question.
I think on that chart that I had, it showed you how much brush cutting, I'm trying to find it.
well, that's probably,
let's see.
does Windsor Special do all their own brush cutting?
Okay.
I don't think we had, because it used to be you got so much every year. Then they cut it back to every other year.
For brush cutting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so my last year, they didn't do it, but we bought an arm
You don't
and we did it ourselves.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, honestly. I just know there was a lot of people that were upset because they weren't getting as much. And somebody had made the comment, well, apparently the brush doesn't grow as like it used to, which,
I'd say that depends on years. Because I know, it just, and depends on years. That, I'll agree to that, but brush cut, if it's a rainy year,
you're gonna get
a lot
more.
more brush.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay, here,
yeah.
okay, back in 2012, it was 38 times 38. That was,
Oh.
okay.
Let's see here, I think,
And let me see, I've got,
that's a 2024, I don't have.
okay, I know, it. I'm gonna, what was it, what's the percentage you use?
38
38, same thing.
here.
They haven't changed anything.
For some reason, I was thinking a couple of years ago, they upped something.
Well, I don't know, Kelly. I'm just going on.
So the way that the cart contract is done has changed substantially. So it seems like every time a new commission comes in, they want to try to do it this way and they want to try to do it this way. First it was everybody, they just divided it equally. Well, then it wasn't fair for, those who have more road that didn't have road. So then they divided it by mile of road.
That's where the
Okay.
percentage of county mileage comes into effect.
Right. So that seems the
Sure.
fairest way to do it was you got it based on the percentage of roads that were actually.
So what year is that? Is that 24?
24.
Okay, let's go back to.
24,
All right.
our current contract is the same as 24.
Yeah.
I want to see the.
But I
With the-
want to
dollars.
say 22
The
or
dollars
23 is when
change.
it changed.
Dollars change every year,
Yeah, but,
I think. Here,
No, the dollars for 24 and 25 did not change.
okay.
well,
The dollar amount's the same because we use the same formula,
yeah,
For the per mile or cart mile?
the per mile.
Per mile, so it's 240 per mile.
I have to look
let's
at your
see,
chart.
give me the top one, just curiosity.
How far can you go back, Jim?
I'm a
Bear
look person.
Creek.
I gotta look.
back there.
Right back here,
Sorry.
Bear Creek, 14,000. Bear
What'd you
Creek
look at?
last year, 19.
If you look at their.
6.9
Still
miles.
552.5.
Yeah.
240 per mile. In 2012, we were only paying $70 per mile. Now we're paying $240
That's right.
per mile. I have a file downstairs, if you'll just wait a minute, that I've got all of
Here's-
these charts for the past
Yeah.
however many years, right back. I'll just be right back.
I can print.
So we can.
No reason to
I
print
just
it.
want to
I've
know how
already
to
got it printed
answer when
off.
they ask.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the reason for it, is quantity of money coming in, and then, I don't know the percent, but the percentage all stays the same. That's the thing. I do know, but since then, what is it, 24? just this
For where?
2012. Here,
$70 per mile, we're
Yeah.
at 240 here.
yeah,
And then the cart mile is 5,500.
5,500.
This is 76.75.
there you go.
So
But
It's
all
gotta
the
be because
percentages
of-
stayed the same.
of,
That's the thing. And he's
like
working off
inflation.
the same amount, the percent, whatever. If you get an increase, you got 38, you're still working the same amount. And it does go up, just like here. The Bear Creek was 14,300. There's
This one here?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a car
the
lot.
cart rock reimbursement
How
for
much is
24
that?
was $19,955.
Went up $5,000.
Yeah, last year I know it went up,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah,
got,
but-
we got $4,000 more than we did.
And see, this is 2012, and I think I may have another one. Let's see. Gosh, let's see what this. Here's 2020. Okay, here you go. It was 14,000. Oh gosh, 14,755. That's 2020, and there's 240 miles. 240.
Same.
There's where the big difference was when they changed there.
40, 38.
And it still stayed the same, they got more money.
The cart miles lower.
Yeah.
It only by
And then you gotta look at how many
$2,000
miles.
exactly.
See, this is 52.5, and what was it, Bogart on that one? The miles?
52.5.
Okay, it stayed the
So
same.
the mileage
Yeah,
looks like it's pretty well stayed the same the whole way down through.
but there's the way all of them, that was back in 20. I knew, he'd always use the same graph. But, depends on the money coming in.
Right.
And that comes from the state that gives us cart money, and that's how they regulate the 38, but it didn't go down as much unless they lost miles.
Sorry, I also had to use the ladies' room. Alright.
That's when we made our credit.
Except for printer. No, now's when we need our tablets, so I could have just zipped it all right to you. We're going in 2025, Jen, not 2019. There's 21. There's 20.
There's plenty.
It's been consistently. There's 19, 18, 16. Now in 2014, I show 280 a mile.
Really?
Yep, and then 2016 is 240.
How's that 280 and 240 determined?
It's done with your cart.
Is that taking the federal money and splitting it up through your all's formula?
Yes,
Comes
through Rick's
Okay.
formula, by mileage, by the miles of road in the township.
Okay, that's.
Yes. Or by miles of road in the county. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Miles of road in the county total.
Okay.
That comes out in this once a year.
Okay.
And when we get it, and
So I got
it'll
mine at
have
the
all the
house.
cart. And,
Maybe I haven't.
It looks like since 2021,
I think I
we've
got
been
one
paying
house.
the same. Where'd my 2020
I think the best way to
go?
answer this at the meeting is to print these out and we'll just,
21.
Yeah, because that, I mean, like I said, I know it's gonna be asked, because
well,
It's asked every year.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I get asked that all the time. Why haven't they upped our cart money? You know, if they're
Yeah.
getting more money, why aren't we getting more money?
right.
I've heard it, so it will
that's
be
good
asked.
questions.
Yeah,
It really
it
is
is.
good questions. I had a
That's
nice,
good answers.
But I
if you
know
use the
that.
same-
Yeah.
If you use the same percentage, if the cart money that you get go up, it'll go up. I mean, and it's all based off of that, what cart money you get,
yeah.
on the gas tax.
Right, so you see
That's all
in
it is.
24, the, just for Bear Creek, 19,000.
Yeah,
I don't know why 22 and 23 is not in here. But in 21, they were only receiving 14,700 and something. I knew it had went up.
20's a lot.
Because we was paying 56.75 per cart mile then, and now we're paying 76.75 per cart mile. The gas tax is the 240. Is that making sense? Jake looks stumped. The gas tax
gas
is the
tax.
red, and the cart mile is the green. And up at the top, it tells you what we were paying for. Jim, do you have 23s by chance?
No, I don't have it. That's what I was looking for.
Why
Kelly.
doesn't it exist
I
here?
don't know. I'm trying to find it. I haven't found it.
I knew it had changed a couple years ago from the 56.75 to 76.75. They upped it
Here,
$2,000.
here's,
What are you looking
I got
at?
this from 1998, the way it worked, all the way up to 2022.
To 22.
Yeah, and that's what was
1998.
distributed out.
Sure was a good year.
And I agree, they used to give, at one time, they give, a 98, they give 65% to the townships. But you can see what kind of equipment they had. We didn't have nothing over there. Back in 2011, heck, our trucks all had 100, 200,000 miles on them. And then they didn't have the tractor, they didn't have, they got money out of somewhere else to buy a tractor. And they didn't put any money in.
That actually, that
This-
spreadsheet that Jim has there,
It explains.
yeah,
more.
that might answer a question.
This is total.
anyways.
Don't know the whole thing.
I heard last year the same concern was our gravels went up, everything's went up for us except for our what we received.
Budget,
I was
yeah.
like, welcome to 2024, me at home too, I mean, that's just the way it was,
Do,
And right now, I think probably the hardest thing's hitting us.
but I get it.
All these bridges that we're building. Hey, they may talk about not being as much, but that could be $70,000, not as much. But it really adds up. And it costs money to build bridges. Now, we're getting some money back, and if we get some of this, then hopefully, and one of the things everybody's brought up, crap, they're not willing to pay anything for salt match money. It's not dollar for dollar.
Right.
That's the worst.
I do think that it would be wise. You guys will be in here a little while by the time cart contracts come again. You'll be able to see what the road and bridge maintenance, works off of it and
Right.
what the townships do. You guys, reevaluate it again.
That's
and
right.
Look at it
I
again.
mean, if townships would take up more responsibility, there wouldn't be a problem.
do you,
I don't even want to
Do
sit
you-
next to you right now.
we have the financials
Huh?
for the townships, right?
Yes.
How hard would it be to get the financials for all of my townships?
It's not hard.
So I can look at it?
That's not hard. I'll just scan them in and email them to you if that's
Okay.
okay, rather than make copies.
Yep, yep.
I will tell you that some of the papers we get are slim, and some of them are very
And
detailed.
some of them forget the CDs is part of their network.
See,
That's been brought up.
that's my issue is I get, you gotta save money, you got a rainy day, all that, problems with stuff. But when you got $20,000 or $40,000 in CDs and you have no gravel on your roads, then there's an issue. I mean, there's an issue.
They're required to file those documents, but like I said,
Some doing, some don't.
they get filed.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
You've got the ones that have these amazing spreadsheets and everything's, great. And then you got the ones that you're calling on the last day and they're like, oh yeah, I was supposed to turn something in. And
Yeah.
so, but yeah, and if you want that too, I can scan your south side in and we can email them. And then
Yeah,
that
if
way
you're
you
right
guys
there.
have both of them.
That'd be great. These highlighters.
They should be.
Yeah.
Oh
I was
no,
wondering.
they may be expo markers for the township board over there.
I think they are.
Yeah, they're all-
looking at that.
So
that's-
it fluctuates.
Huh?
Is it?
But that's where the fluctuation comes, I think, right here. Depends on how much money you get.
It's everything. Inflation's up and we're still
Yeah.
all receiving the same, I mean, it's hard.
And for what we're spending the bridge barns on, a lot more money. We're spending tons of money now.
Well, I think everybody can say that in all of their,
Out there. And the worst thing, townships don't have employees. And
Yeah.
they, just like here in most townships, they don't have arm mowers and stuff. Years ago, a lot of farmers mowed their own roadsides. They don't do that anymore.
Well, some do.
They're a lot
some
bigger
don't.
equipment.
I'm surprised some of them don't make them into specials.
Huh?
Instead of the townships, just vote and become a special.
Yeah.
You pay more taxes in, but you're gonna get, I mean,
Yeah.
like
You have
with
more
us, you get
control.
more- Yeah, you
Right.
get more bang for
Yeah.
your buck. I can
And
see that.
special, the thing here it is, a lot of the specials that you got have never raised their levy yet.
We didn't.
I mean, yeah, but if you go 20 years and never raise it, things change. And I'm not holding up either way, that's my side.
Well,
And
it's
you've
like,
got-
it's like
you've
anything
got
else.
some,
Peop-
that's good.
If you want more than the average, you're gonna have to pay for it. And
Right.
people need to understand.
Yeah.
I hate taxes more than anybody, but it's,
Mhm.
you don't get nothing for free.
Yeah. So anyway, that's,
well, it's a legit concern on their part.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
Hey.
yeah, yeah.
I can't,
And it
I
should
don't
be.
blame them. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be.
there's no doubt about it. And like I say, you can do all that, whatever you want. You can give them.
Well, I'm glad that you guys,
Commissioners, whether you.
Well,
give them money.
we basically pulled more money out of that cart for road and bridge, because like you said, I mean, I remember even back, it would have been 2014,
Oh.
they didn't have anything.
No, we had
They
less.
Nothing, yeah,
2011, we couldn't even buy it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that's the way, and I worried about, and then I had one tell me, well, you all need to have four-wheeler. I talked to him and said, yeah, I'm in Helmand. I said, for the county, they got a champagne taste for the beer pocketbook.
Right,
We can't
right.
afford it. And in our case, you can't live, well, we'll just borrow the money to buy it and then trade in, borrow it, and just keep that money from getting higher. There has to be a payday somewhere.
It would make sense, though, that because we've taken that money away from the townships to use it, and for good purpose, that at some point, and I would think it would be very soon, Dennis is gonna he's gonna be set. So you're gonna be able to slide some of that money back
They
the
should
other
be able
way.
to.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
But just like us, some of the things you talk about, but just like what did we talk about the other day? We already spent $150 on tractors. And that besides, you got brush cutters and two of them bought. And then we turn around and just like here, right now, we're talking about a road grader.
Right.
Let me tell you, how much money's that gonna take? You know, it's just.
See, I wouldn't, and I mean, it's up to everybody
Yeah.
how they want to do it, but you're a businessman, you own a business, that's what I do. I don't run off of my money.
Well,
I run off of the bank's money. Their money's cheaper than my money.
well,
So, and the beauty about it with government is if we go take a loan, we're responsible as a businessman. And you don't know from year to year to year if your business is gonna be any good or not.
right.
With the government, that same amount of money is coming every year. So why would you use your money to buy stuff like that when you can buy it through the bank knowing that you're gonna be making payments on it? And I mean, you put a down payment on it and you get a good deal on it and all of that stuff. But instead of taking money that you may get in a point where you need that money, why not just have it there and run off the bank's money and make payments?
Well, I don't know.
I think a lot of mine don't have the choice. They've got to go to the bank. So
And just like there, if you go,
I mean,
just like
and
the
that's,
township.
but that's it's not costing you anything.
See,
You're actually, any good businessman, you can ask anybody, multimillionaires, whatever, they will tell you, don't run on your money. Run on somebody else's money. And when you do that, and like I said, as a government entity, I mean, let's say we get $10,000 in every year, and that's all we get, but you know you're gonna get it. As an individual business, you're only gonna get money in, you may have a bad year, you may get 5,000.
Yeah.
Now what do you do to run your business when you've already spent that money out?
I can see that.
So you always run on other people's money, because I can't imagine us trying to save $300,000 to buy a grader. I mean, where's that magically gonna appear from?
well, the budget somewhere's got
Good
to
question.
play a big role in it, doesn't it?
That's a good
I
question.
mean, that's how, when,
Budget.
Yeah,
When was
I
the
mean,
special?
you budgeted for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you're
And if
asking.
you budget just so much that you're gonna spend money, but I guess one of the things there, years ago, when we had the sheriff's department, and I don't have any cars, and they leased them, leased every one.
leasing's a bad deal, though.
Well,
That, anybody that does that,
guess what? They leased them. Well, usually the last 2 years, for sure the last year, hardly cars weren't even in service. And then you're going out, you're gonna release, buy another.
Yep.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, you added to the old
Yep.
vehicle.
leasing is
Now,
the
then all of a
worst way
sudden
in
it's
the
added
world.
up, it's just like, you buy something, you buy a road grader or whatever you're buying. If you're saying, okay, I'm gonna spend $3,000 a month on that road grader, you put it in the budget. Okay. Now, by the time then all of a sudden you're having to do a lot more work, that road grader's in bad shape. And that's what's happening in some of the townships, and they went in debt. Well, then they went back to like Murphy, well, we need to buy a new road grader. Well, we'll give you credit for this, and then we'll just add it to your bill. And all of a sudden now, instead of owing so much, that road grader wasn't paid off, so therefore they just added more expense to it. And then the interest rate gets involved. And that's the only reason there, and since we've changed it, and we try to pay for it, we do it, seems to work better, and just like Kent, and he started, and just like here, if they can buy a good car, just like highway patrol stuff, they turn them in 50,000. Well, most of our cars, they're not like on the highway patrol, and you can run, you can get 5, 6 years. Some of these cars that we've sold, has quit running, they had charges they bought. Guess what? We got damn near the money out of them that we paid for.
Oh, yeah?
And then you go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
The big
leasing is a
thing is-
bad deal anytime you
Huh?
do it. Anytime
anyway,
you
that-
lease a vehicle, you're
See,
looking.
that's
to
what
lose.
all the equipment guys, they wanna, just like here at Murphy. Well, here's what we can do, we'll lease it to you, well, you'll own to buy. But if you don't, say you have to trade, something happens, after you go with the years and you're not paid for it,
Yeah.
they're gonna,
Right.
you gotta add that, either that or pay it off. If you haven't got the money, pay it off, then you gotta figure out what you do.
Right, but let's see, that's leasing.
Yeah.
That's leasing. Leasing's, I wouldn't lease anything, ever.
You're wanting to borrow the money from the bank.
There you go.
Well, I've
There
always,
you go.
now I'll agree, if you're gonna do something, you're better off borrowing from the bank. But in the bank, there's always paydays to banks.
Oh, but I mean, they're not in business to not make money,
Yeah.
but
Kinda like, you open up a business and you're losing 5,000 a month. Well, I'll borrow another 50 or 100, and then let it go. Well, it
Seems
didn't
like a
work this
theory.
way, I'm gonna do something different.
we had that old red Sterling truck out there forever. And we kept putting money in it, and money in it, and money in it. And Mike and I sat down and I told him, I said, Mike, find a truck.
Mhm.
So and we found a good deal. We looked and looked and looked, and then we got the pup to pull behind it.
Yeah,
It was a little more money because we went ahead and bought the pup, but when you weigh it out over the
Yeah.
long term, now he's hauling twice as much and using less gas. So it was a pretty
Yeah.
good deal.
Yeah.
And we just went to Hawthorne and got a note. Now, it was a little different because since we were being a special, the three guys that were on the board,
That's signed for
they
it.
were, I was good for it.
You have to be good for it.
Yep, so,
That's the way it works.
yeah.
And now whether you can get all the townships to do that, I don't know.
Probably not.
Some of
Probably
that.
not.
Say, Leesville did the same thing for a motor grader.
Yep.
They're in the process of getting it paid off.
Huh?
Leesville's in the process of getting it paid off now, so they did that for a motor
And
grader.
if everything works great, then they got a motor grader.
Yeah. When's the TAC meeting on the 20th?
20th.
What time? 8?
I
9?
don't know, it's,
What is it? Last time it was at 10.
yes,
Somehow I missed
uh,
a motion.
Whereabouts?
It's in closed session, so we'll have to. I got a roll call vote on it, but I don't see.
Or does it go out of closed session? Because you hopped up at that time.
No.
Oh. I bet I know what it was.
well, where the hell?
Say, I need to give them my email because I haven't found it yet. If they sent me an
What
email.
you was saying,
Okay.
Do what?
what they said they
Okay,
said.
March
Yeah.
20th, okay. Not, TAC meeting's at 9,
Nine.
following the TAC meeting at 9 AM. At 10 AM is the K Center meeting. And then after the K Center meeting is the Quad Lakes.
Damn, okay.
And that alls is the 20th.
When is that, March 20th?
Yep, next Thursday.
How are we
Which
on March the 20th?
reminds me, well, there's no need to have a meeting here next Thursday.
Nope, there won't be.
No meeting on what day?
Thursday, nope. We got all be gone.
On the 20th, no
Monday.
meeting?
Yep,
That's the one we have at the Benson Center back there in that
Oh, and that little room
Cummings,
back.
Cummings room.
Cummings room.
So no commission meeting Thursday, the 20th.
Yep.
You'll be attending what other meetings?
The K Singer.
What
Okay.
time was it?
9 to, well, tax at 9, K-Singers at 10, Quad Lakes at 11.
Nice. There's no getting out of it.
And that is, okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure we all know that so that
Mhm.
we don't try to pay bills that day.
I don't know if I got an email about them.
Have you ever heard anything on the West Central meetings? Mark?
No, she came out and brought me the book and all of that stuff. And we talked for probably an hour out there, but she didn't say when the next one would be. She knew we were gonna miss that one because it was during the conference.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that.
So you guys have already had your commissioners conference, right? That's what
Oh,
you went
and
to.
that's coming up. That's the 22nd,
What's the 20th?
the West Central. And that's in, what county is it? We got the email, Callaway, no,
I didn't get the email. I don't know. If I did, I just forwarded it.
Hope it's not during 9, 10, or 11.
Callaway County. And that's,
Yeah,
for
no
us,
kidding.
Callaway County, the drive down
Running out of,
is one,
Callaway County was up.
like 2.5 or 2.5 or.
that's up by
something like that.
Fulton.
Huh? Yeah.
That's up by Fulton.
Mhm.
I know the county clerk's Rhonda Miller, but I don't know what the, where she was. Where she
But anyway, And we need to probably reply to them whether we're coming or not. And I just can't see how, I can't make that.
What time?
To drive all the way down there. Well, there it is, meeting at 8 AM, be down there, March 20th.
Bright and early.
They're gonna have it,
gonna be a tough one.
and it's Callaway County Justice Center, that's where it's gonna be.
It's right by the, right next to the prison.
It's
Early, next to the prison.
That's where it's at.
Okay.
We did the prison.
Did we? What is that? I guess would be.
So West Central, it's your, there's, well, see, you got, like our West Central is, there were 9 counties. And this one's got 21, and goes quite a ways. If you look at that little book, it's got West Central.
Yeah.
That's where all in the counties, they go together and we have one.
Oh, okay.
Just like in different counties, like next month, Callaway, they're going down the alphabet. And then some of them, if you don't have anything and can't give it, then you skip it that year. And then it drops to the next county.
Gotcha.
And Callaway and, go through CHs, and then comes the ours if we do it. And that's the next thing. If we do it and have one, it's quite a process getting it all done. You gotta have a big room, you got a place, you gotta eat, and you got meals, and then you have to go out and collect gifts, giveaways. And then you turn it in, and then you have a meeting here. We had, I guess, one, two, anyway, it's not, the big thing is, unless you got somewhere to go. Now, everybody enjoyed Champion Branch when we done that. We toured that over there, and all of them really enjoyed it. But different places, just like one year when down in St. Clair County, Boy Scout camp, which was good. It was interesting. And then like Bates, we went to one of theirs, and they had got where it was, and because they had a kangaroo, somebody had a kangaroo in there and that. And then you go to like Harrisonville, Cass up there there's the Justice Center. That's where we met. It's real good. They put on a good show. Johnson County, they never know where they're at. And same as Pettis. Then been up there, and we ended up, well, at the time we were up, I think, we ate somewhere, and then we met over to Bridgeline. Covered some of that.
Okay.
But that's different things you have. And we need to go to some. And usually I try to go to all of them, but Callaway County, that's
It's
a long
way.
drive.
That is a very
And for
long
half a
drive.
day.
Yeah, it's
Because then they would check in at 8, they have coffee and donuts, everybody visits, and then you start the meeting, and then if you go tour something, you have to do that. And then, when it's all done, and depends on what you're doing, you get out there. I used to figure it'd be 3 o'clock before I'd ever get everything done.
Callaway County is a bit of a little too far for me on that day.
That'd be a
so.
5-hour drive, summertime. And if it's something, and like,
Unfortunately, I've made it a few
Huh?
times.
Me too.
more than I care to.
All right, guys, if,
and the rest of them, okay.
well, I've got Chuck who's waiting downstairs.
Yes.
When you guys adjourn,
Yeah,
don't
we're-
run off.
Let's go ahead and adjourn the meeting.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're
Nothing
gonna
else is
adjourn,
on.
but Chuck's the one to come up and give us our tablets, go through them.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Mark the second.
Motion been seconded.
Thank you.
Adjourn the meeting, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
He said aye.
Uh-oh.
Go